Okay, students, in this relatively short lesson, we'll be doing what is called the comparative and the superlative. This is study unit 10. And the comparative refers, we call it here the elative. The elative and the comparative is basically the same, where you compare one thing with another, and it refers to, sayings like, the ball is bigger than the rock, or she is smaller than her sister, and so on. So you're making these comparisons between the two, greater than, more than, less than, and so on and so on. Now, in Arabic, the typical form you use to state this elative or comparative is called af'alu min. Af'alu min. And this, what I mean here by the form is that this is the structure of the elative. So, for example, if you take the word bigger than. Now, big in Arabic, as you know, means kabir, kabirun. So, you convert it to this form af'alu. So, if you convert it to this form af'alu, you get akbaru. Okay, akbaru. Kabir becomes akbaru. And that's just a general guide. You don't really need to, know that. So the alif here is just added. In other words, the fa and the ain and the lam refer to the roots of the letters. So, for example, the fa here would refer to the kaf, the ain would refer to the ba, the lam would refer to the ra. So, if you convert it to this form af'alu, you add the alif there, and you also take out this ya. Okay, so these are additional letters. The ya there is an additional letter. It's not a root letter. So then you get akbaru min, which means bigger than. Same you can apply to saghir, which means small, and you get azgharu min, smaller than. And asbaru min, which means more patient than. So, you can say, for example, sentences would be, huwa akbaru min walidihi. He is bigger than, or, okay, maybe, let's use asgharu. Huwa asgharu min walidihi. He is smaller than his father, for example. Okay, superlative. What do we mean by the way, also after I said walidihi, why? Walidi. The kasra, because obviously this here, min, is a preposition, so the word after it must take the kasra. It must take the kasra. Okay. Okay, then so that's the elative or the comparative. Then the other form that we have is the superlative, and this describes, the most or the least of something. So, for example, you say oldest boy, smallest fish, biggest building. These are all called superlatives. And in Arabic, we use the form af'alu, simply af'alu without the min to refer to that. Af'alu followed by, yes, let me stop that. Something's just a technical hiccup there. Af'alu followed by a noun in the kasratain. So, for example, huwa akbaru rajulin fil madina. So you get akbaru there, the biggest. Okay, rajulin. He is the biggest man in the city. Hiya asbaru bintin. She is the most patient girl. Azgharu sayyaratin. It is the smallest car. So just be aware of that. And then also for expressions better than and worse than in Arabic, we use two expressions, khayrun min, okay, and sharrun min. Okay, huwa khayrun minni, huwa khayrun min akhi, he's better than his brother, and so on. So that is the superlative and the comparative. Now we'll immediately go into study unit 11 as well, and I'm going to go through some of these exercises with you, and we will complete at least some in the study unit, and we'll do some in the next one. So for example, this is basically based on all the work you've done so far, in the study guide. So let's start with the basics. The house is large. Al-baytu kabirun. Large is big. Al-baytu kabirun. That is your normal nominal sentence. Now if you want to say a large house, you say baytun kabirun. Okay? You're going to say a tall man and a short boy, rajulun tawilun wa waladun qasirun. Hassan is a small boy. Hassan, and you'll write it Hassanun. Hassanun, waladun saghirun. Okay, a small boy. The river is narrow. Al-nahru dayyikun. Al-nahru dayyikun. Pay attention especially to when the kasra or the dhamma or the fatha is singular or plural. So that's the first thing. Okay, now of revision exercise 2. You are beautiful. For example, say we're talking about a female, anti jamilatun, or if it's a male, anta jamilun. The tall tree is dead. الشجرة الطويلة ميتة. The mother is present. khadiratun. Why khadiratun? Because is feminine. Is the bride ready? Halil arusa musta'idda. Is the bride ready? Halil arusa. Arus is a bride. Arusa. Halil arusa musta'idda. Is she ready? Or halil arusa مستعدة. هل العروس عروسة مستعدة. Sorry, I'm getting my tongue twisted here. مستعدة. هل العروسة مستعدة. And the dead king, when you say the dead king, we say الملك. الملك الميت. The dead king. But if you want to say the king is dead, you say al-maliku mayyitun. So those are the kinds of differences you should be aware of. Okay. Let's go on to another one here. The king is angry with the new minister. So we'll say al-maliku za'lanu ma'a مع الوزير الجديد. Okay, there is a beautiful new table in Hassan's house. Okay, في بيت حسن مائدة جديدة جميلة. On the table are a knife, fork and spoon. So we'll say على المائدة ملعقة وشوكة وسكين. That's a knife is a sikin, a fork is a shoka, and a spoon is milaka. Okay, the new market of Damascus is in a long, narrow street. Suku Dimashq. Okay, Dimashq is a is one of those words that actually you know, take a fatha because it's a diptote, so we say suku Dimashq الجديد الجديد سوق دمشق جديد في fish sorry it's inverse في الشارع ضيق الطويل okay في الشارع ضيق الطويل. The meat is on the plate, we say اللحم على الطبق. Okay, let's do this. Two difficult languages. لغتان صعبتان. Here are two easy books for the boy. كتب كتابين سهلين للولد. The Muslim teachers are absent today. المعلمون المسلمون okay المعلمون المسلمون غائبون اليوم. المعلمون المسلمون غائبون اليوم. You and I are good doctors. أنت وأنا طبيبان جيدان. Okay, we طيبان. The food of the two cooks present today is beautiful. So تعامل طباخين الحاضرين. تعامل طباخين الحاضرين اليوم جميل. Let's go to exercise 6. The students went to the teacher's houses. ذهب الطلاب إلى بيوت المعلمين. إلى بيوت المعلمين. Okay, and then we have there from many cities. هم من مدن كثيرة. There are jewels in the old chest. في الصناديق القديمة. في الصناديق القديمة جواهر. He found old cups in the house. وجد فناجين قديمة. وجد فناجين قديمة. وجد فناجين قديمة في البيت. The time of the rains has gone. ذهب أوقات الأمطار. ذهب أوقات الأمطار. And we come to exercise, another exercise. There are many pieces of wood in the dirty garden of the Sheikh, so we can say we first start in the dirty garden of the Sheikh. Remember, there are you know that you often start in with the prepositional with the phrase that follows in the second part of the sentence. So we could say في حديقة الشيخ الوسخ. Okay, الوسخة قطع, the plural of pieces is قطع الخشب, قطع الخشب الكثيرة, قطع الخشب الكثيرة الكثيرة. The teachers of a big new school are good. We could say معلم المدرسة الكبير الجديدة طيبون. He found a scholar from Damascus in the market. وجد عالما من دمشق في السوق. The cow's tongue is long, and that is لسان البقرة, لسان البقرة طويلة طويل. And the bread of the Cairo bakers is beautiful. You're going to say the bread of the bakers of Cairo is beautiful, so you say khubzu, which is bread, khubzu خبازي القاهرة جميل. خبز خباز القاهرة جميل. And we go to study unit 8 here. Okay, the room is small and it's and its ceiling is old and dirty. We can say السقف والغرفة صغيرة الغرفة صغيرة وسقفها واسخ وقديم. The mother is present here and her many sons are in school. الأم حاضرة هنا وأولادها وأولادها الكثيرون في المدرسة. وأولادها الكثيرون في المدرسة. I think, sorry, my apologies there. It's better to say الأم حاضرة هنا وأولادها الكثار. That's a plural of كثير. وأولادها الكثار في المدرسة. في المدرسة are in school. Then you can also say my car is very fast. At least the translation here would be سيارتي سريعة جدا. Okay, جدا doesn't change, so that would be سيارتي سريعة because it's feminine. The car is feminine. جدا. His pen is broken and her book is lost. قلمه مكسور وكتابها مفقود. The wall and the ceiling of the room are dirty. Here, this is interesting. You know, we first use the wall is dirty and its ceiling. So, for example, you'll say جدار الغرفة, the wall of the room, جدار الغرفة. Okay, جدار الغرفة واسخة okay. واسخ, sorry, جدار الغرفة, جدار الغرفة, جدار الغرفة وسقفها and ceiling وسقفه, I'm sorry, سقفها, because وسقفها, you're talking about the ceiling of the room. So جدار الغرفة سقفها واسخان are dirty. You're talking about two things. Okay, and then if we go to the next exercise, this is a good man. هذا رجل طيب. That new car is fast. ذلك تلك السيارة الجديدة سريعة. He found those books in the library. وجد those books there would be singular because books, is feminine plural, but it refers to an inanimate object. So those in Arabic could actually be, he found that books in a sense in the library. So we say وجد تلك الكتب في المكتبة. These men are bakers. That would be هؤلاء الرجال خبازون. هؤلاء الرجال خبازون. And those are the women. We'll say أولئك هن النساء. Okay, أولئك هن النساء. Then we finally go to the last exercise here. Okay, and Hassan has the longest hair in the school. Okay, لحسن, for Hassan, the longest أطول. Okay, لحسن أطول شعر في المدرسة. He has the longest hair in school. This book is older than that book. هذا الكتاب أقدم من ذلك الكتاب. She's the fastest girl in the city. هي أسرع بنت في المدينة. He is bigger than the boy. هو أكبر من الولد. And finally, they are the happiest students. هم أسعد طلاب. هم أسعد طلاب. And that's a wrap for the study guide, people. I hope it has been of some use to you.